What's up, guys? Alpine Gremlin again here with some more World of Tanks. It's been a while since I've done a little tips video, so this will be a quick video on free experience and what you should do with it. There won't be any gameplay. We're just going to be checking out, hanging out in the garage for this video. So one of the biggest questions that I see a lot of people actually in public matches ask is, okay, well, I have all this free XP, what should I do with it? Well, first, if you're newer to the game, there's two types of experience. Obviously, you use experience to research modules, guns, engine, tracks, and your turrets, things like that. So there are two types of experience in the game. You've got your tank-specific experience, and you have your free experience. Tank-specific experience is exactly how it sounds. That is experience gained on that particular tank. So we take a look at, say, the T-3485. You can see the silver star right here. I have 8,976 tank-specific experience. What that means is that I can use this experience to research modules on this tank. And only this tank. I cannot use this experience for anything else but researching things on this tank. So, there's a second type of experience, though, that can be added into what you want to do. There's free experience. You can see up here I've got 17,174 free experience. Free experience can be used for researching anything. So that can go towards anything you want. So basically, this T-3485, if I don't want to grind out, say, the 53,000 experience that I need for the T-43, I can add in that free experience and research it. Now, should you do that? In my opinion, no. There's nothing worse than playing a stock tank. A lot of players in this game, they see a vehicle that they can research. So for example, let's look at the KV-1 here. You can see I already went down the KV-1 as the IS line. That's I'm pretty much at the end of that. But you can see, like, okay, let's say I want a KV-2. I've only got 16,422 experience. That's not enough on its own, but you could see the game is telling me I can research it because it's factoring in the free experience. So let's say I do research it, which I won't. Here's the KV-2 research tree. If I were to, let's say I did research that, okay. But now I now have no experience on this, and I have a lot less free experience than I used to. So I'm basically going to end up having to play a stock for the most part, a tank that's pretty much stock. It's especially so at the higher tiers. I'll give an example of something that I did. When I was first going through the American medium line, I saw the M46 Patton. When I was grinding through my Pershing, I factored in free experience and I just researched the Patton outright. I wasted a lot of free experience on researching the actual vehicle. When I finally bought the vehicle, I had no free experience to use on any other modules. So I was basically playing a Tier 9 medium tank with a Tier 7 gun and a Tier 7 engine, Tier 6 radio, stock suspension, stock turret. Everything was stock about it, and it was a miserable grind at first. Now, if I had just ground out the 174,690 experience points to research it on the Pershing, I could have used whatever free experience I had to start researching modules right as I bought it. Now, I'll give an example of what I did with the IS-8. So IS-3, I was going through there, and I was 164,700 research points to get to the IS-8. I ground out all of that, learning my lesson from last time, and then reuse the tank-specific experience to research the IS-8. And then I basically, at that point, just researched the 122 M62T2 within a couple battles because I had enough free experience that with a little bit of grinding with the tank, I was able to get the tier 10 gun, and then everything else followed suit. So it's a lot better to use your free experience on a tank that you buy stock, because then you can use that free experience on the different modules and you won't have to grind as hard. Now, how do you get free experience? Free experience can be, you can get free experience from either just playing battles. Now, it doesn't accumulate as fast as tank-specific experience, but it does accumulate over time. Or, if you have gold, you can convert experience off of elited vehicles. And if you're asking what is an elite vehicle, it is a vehicle with all of the modules researched. So we look at the M48 patent. It's a tier 10, so most everything's already researched anyway. But before it could be elited, I had to research the 105 tier 10 gun. Other vehicles, like the M46, you can see everything there is researched. Everything here is all set. Now, you could tell if a vehicle is elited if its icon, so you could see there the half-cut diamond with the little leaves around it and the gold symbol. That indicates that it's elite. It'll also tell you. You can also tell based on the color of the star. So, for example, my T-3485 is not gold. It's not, bronzish color because it's not an elite vehicle. Same thing with the Jagdpanther Spy. I cannot convert this into free experience with gold because the vehicle isn't elite yet. Things like this, though, things like my Löwe and all that, I converted some experience earlier, so it's at 0. But and all these vehicles have 0 experience because I also used one of the other features, accelerated crew training, and basically all it does is improve your crew at a much they get experience at a faster rate and they rank up quicker. So that's to improve the tank you have at the moment. But anyway, this was more of a video for newer players, because most experienced players that I talk to, they kind of already know the whole drill with the free experience. So just remember that. You don't have to, obviously, because sometimes I do get a little bit greedy and I just want to get out of this tank, and I research the next thing. But then it's a little bit harder to grind because you don't have you can't just research things outright. But most of the time, I will grind the full tank-specific experience to unlock the vehicle. Like, that's what I'm planning to do with the T-3485. I plan on grinding out the 53,000 with tank-specific experience, and then I am going to go focus on, engine upgrades and all that, turret upgrades, things like that. So I'm not having to play a stock tank right at the start. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to tell you about today. It was this quick little tip video. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next installment.